So you've decided to supplement your diet with whey protein. But you're in a dilemma now because there are many, hundreds of whey protein products on the market. Which ones should you get and which ones should you avoid? First of all, I wouldn't recommend trying out new whey protein products from some random company. Go for the big name brands. Get the product which has been tried, used and tested by people. Also, these big companies, they usually have to pass certain quality control tests. When you buy a protein powder, your intention is to buy protein, not fats or carbohydrates. Carbohydrates and fats are easy to get into your diet. So when you're paying for a protein powder, you want it to have as much protein in it as possible. Read the supplement facts section on the product so you know how much protein, carbohydrates and fat are in it. Whey concentrate is one of the most basic and common forms of protein. If you are just buying your first protein powder, then I would suggest buying whey protein concentrates, which have about 70 to 80% protein per serving, because they are cheaper and offer the most bang for your buck. Whey isolates contain 90% or more protein per serving. However, they can be really expensive. And the price difference doesn't really justify the extra 10% protein per serving. Yes, whey protein isolate is better than concentrate as it is digested and absorbed into the body more easily than any other forms of protein. If you can afford it, then definitely go for it. Some products which I have tried myself and recommend are Optimum Nutrition Whey Protein. Get the one which is known as gold standard. You probably already know about this product because it is the face of the supplement industry. Some other good companies are BPI, MyProtein, Isopure, Twin Muscle Lab, Muscle Farm, and Diabetes. TheProteinWorks is another great company which launched in Pakistan I think about 2 years ago. Their products are legit and the prices are also really good. They basically offer two kinds of whey protein, the whey protein 80 and the whey protein 90. Whey protein 90 is isolate, whereas whey protein 80 is concentrate. Get the whey protein 80 concentrate for the best value. This is obviously not a sponsored video, I just really like their products and their prices, so that's why I'm recommending them to you guys. I will also leave a link to their website in the description box below. Let's say you're trying to pick between two almost identical protein powders. Which one is better? Well, for each of the products, find the amount of protein per serving and then multiply it with the total number of servings. This is the total amount of protein that you're getting. Divide this by the cost of the product so you know exactly how much protein you are getting per dollar, rupee or whichever currency it is that you use. And then simply get the one with a greater amount of protein per unit of currency. In this case, Muscle Farm Whey Protein is better since it has 0.243 grams of protein per rupee, whereas Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard has 0.232. Most people like to have protein shakes after their workouts, because post-workout your body needs nutrients and protein for growth and recovery. So fast digesting proteins like whey are recommended for post-workout. Casein is another form of protein, which also comes from milk, just like whey. However, casein is digested slower than whey, and as a result provides a longer time frame of amino acid infusion into the bloodstream. Since it is slow digesting, casein is a better nighttime choice than whey. However, whey is still much better for post-workout. As I mentioned earlier, whey protein isolate is better than whey protein concentrate. And this becomes evident when you look at their biological values. Biological value tells us how readily the digested protein can be used in protein synthesis in the cells of the body. Here is a chart showing the biological values of various protein sources. As we can see over here, whey protein isolate has a biological value of 159. Concentrate has a biological value of 106. A whole egg, 100. Milk, 91. Egg whites, 88. Tuna, 83. Beef, 80. Chicken. What surprised me is that chicken has a relatively low biological value. I was expecting it to be in the high 80s since it is a staple in muscle building diets. Casein has a biological value of only 71, which is much lower compared to its whey counterparts because, as I said earlier, it is a slow digesting protein. Also keep in mind that the whole foods which are rich in protein also have a considerable amount of fat like milk and whole eggs. Whey protein products on the other hand barely have any fat. According to the biological values, whey protein isolate is the best, followed by whey protein concentrate. Soy, pea and hemp, so other vegan protein powders come further down the line. As for whey protein isolate and concentrate, if you can afford whey isolate then great. Otherwise, you can't go wrong with whey protein concentrate. There won't be a noticeable difference in your gains if you are still meeting your daily protein requirement. One of the things to note about whey protein isolate is that it often lacks some of the other beneficial components of whey because of the extensive filtration and purification process. So that's another reason why the go-to option for most people is whey protein concentrate. The reason I'm focusing so much on whey protein concentrate versus isolate is because these are the most common protein supplements. And I've also had some questions from people regarding this whey protein isolate versus concentrate battle. So to sum up, first of all, buy your product from a well-known and reputable company. Get a product which has been tried and tested. Number 2, avoid protein supplements with a lot of carbohydrates and fats. Get the product with the most amount of protein per unit of currency. Remember, it is protein that you're paying for. You don't want much of any other stuff. So that's it for this video, and make sure to watch part 1 of this video if you haven't already. Please like and subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching.